Hi guys, this is your master teacher Surabhi. How are you all doing today? So welcome to today's amazing, fantastic and extremely interesting session where we are going to continue with the chapter Weavers, Iron Smelters and Factory Owners. So guys, ये जो सेशन है ये आपका सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द चैप्टर है वीवर्स, आयरन स्मेल्टर्स एंड फैक्ट्री ओनर्स. फर्स्ट पार्ट हम पहले कर चुके हैं. इफ यू हैव नॉट सीन दैट वीडियो, व्हाट आर यू वेटिंग फॉर? गो प्लीज वॉच इट एंड देन कम टू दिस वीडियो. इवन दो वो नहीं देखा, आज का पार्ट काफी डिफरेंट है, सो आई एम श्योर यू विल अंडरस्टैंड वेयर वी विल बी स्टार्टिंग विद द आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्री. Who are the iron smelters? What happened to them when the Britishers came to India? What do you think happened? Bhala hua ya bura hua? Of course, you know the answer to that. And finally, how iron and steel industries came up in India. ये वाला part of the story आज हम करेंगे and we are going to complete this chapter. Now guys, remember this chapter is super important for your exams, not just for your 8th standard, but आगे भी. When you go to your 9th and 10th, ऐसा chapter similar आएगा. So it's better to have your concepts cleared right now, where we are going to, cover all the important points. Right. So before we begin, let us see how many of you are here on time at 1 o'clock. So hi Rinki, hi Siddhi. Yes. Hi Ayush, hi Rishikesh, hi Brinda, hi Tanish, hi Charan, hi Arushi, hi Abhirag. I'm doing well. Akshara, only you wait for my class. Thanks a lot for doing that. Hi Om, hi Ayush. Alright, hi Sheetal. So guys, welcome. Hello Srijita. Welcome to today's session. All of you I know already know me, but very few of you who do not know this face, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Surabhi Gupta and I am a social science educator here at Vedantu. I take social studies for class 8 at the Young Wonders channel on YouTube, and of course I teach social studies for all three classes, 6th standard, 7th standard and 8th standard on the Vedantu platform. You can join me on my, on the Vedantu platform because new batches are going to start soon. कैसे join करना है वगैरह वगैरह I will tell you soon, right? But before that, very few, fun facts about me. One is that I have done my schooling from Delhi Public School, R.K. Puram in New Delhi. Give me a yo in the chat box if you are also from DPS. I have done my bachelor's in political studies from this college called Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University. My master's and MPhil from Jawaharlal Nehru University, also in Delhi. So I'm like a totally Delhi girl. But right now I'm living in the beautiful city of Bangalore and I love dancing. क्यों बता रही हो I love dancing ऐसी? Because I think you should know a fun fact about me. So that is a little bit about me. Alright. Now that you know who I am, if you are new to the channel, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel right now. जल्दी से वो subscribe button दबा दो और वो घंटी वाला button भी, so that you get the notification of all the videos that we post right here on YouTube on the Vedantu Young Wonders channel, जिससे आप कोई भी हमारा session miss ना करो. Great. Yes. Thank you, Akshara. I am Surabhi Gupta who keeps dancing and I love like a jar of Nutella, which I can eat in one go. My favorite subject is geography. Yes, wow, you guys know everything about me already. Thank you, Akshara. Quickly give me a thumbs up. Jaldi se apna attendance thok do, thumbs up dekhe. I am waiting for that. And of course, if you like today's session, at the end of the session, share it with your friends because sharing is caring. And I know all of you are very caring students, right? Yes, I ate a full jar of Nutella. It's like I ate it just like once or twice, guys. It's not like every day I'm eating it. It's very expensive. Okay, I can't afford to eat it like all the time. Hi, Kamlesh. I'm doing well. Hi, Shri Varshini. Civics is your favorite subject. Very good. Actually, I love history, civics, geography. I really love economics. But economics नहीं पढ़ाते हम 6th, 7th, 8th को. So I am soon going to bring something very economics related, very interesting. But अभी secret है तो मैं बता नहीं सकती. Although I think I already told you, but still I can't tell you exactly what it is. Right. Okay, civics you too. What about everyone else? History is your favorite. Geography is your favorite. Usually I've seen that geography is something that everyone loves, especially when we are doing anything space related. Right? हाँ साक्षी, बिल्कुल सही बोला आपने. History, civics, geography. Thank you, Nagashri. SST is your favorite. Wow. Very diplomatic student is here who's saying, ma'am, I love all three. Alright, history, civics. Okay, I did not realize so many history followers and history fans here in my class. Chalo, do you have any pet? Yes, I have a pet dragon. He's sitting right here on my shoulder. If you are intelligent, you can see the dragon. If you are not, you cannot see. Tell me, can you see the dragon? Alright, now that I have made all kinds of jokes possible, I would like to ask you a question. Are you preparing for your midterm exams? कौन कौन यहाँ है जिनके midterm exams चल रहे हैं या आने वाले हैं और you guys are preparing for it, sweating all day, all night, thinking about your midterm exams? No? Yes? Thank you, Kritika. Yes, 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 yes. सही चल रही है preparation? Any problems that you guys are facing? Any issues? Charan, you also, Shalini also, MP Tari also, Kritika also. Kritika is not like, ma'am, midterm, why do we even have exams? Exams are over. Exams are going on. So how is it going? Like, are you guys facing any issues? Revision issues. Revision is like one major problem, no? I know. For some of you, exams are already over. Wow. Very cool schools you have. Tips required for what? Revision. Alright. Tips for revision you want. How to revise. Quickly revise. What else? Already prepared notes. हाँ क्यों मेहनत करनी है? कोई और notes बना दे, वो पढ़ना है आपको. Alright. I'm doing well, Srijata. Crying all the time, guys. Why you crying? You know, if you want like proper... Okay, so you know midterm exams में let me tell you, when I was a student, what problem I used to face. Suddenly, जो chapter, जो subject बड़ा आसान लगता था SST की, यार सुरभि मैम तो क्या पढ़ा रही है, मजा आ रहा है. Exams and you're like, ma'am, how to write this answer? I understood the chapter, but I do not know how to write the answer of this question, right? या फिर you know suddenly there's like so much to do. History also, civics also, geography also, so many chapters. How to quickly revise, है ना? ये सब प्रॉब्लम होती है, राइट? पीपीटी नोट्स यू वांट. तो ये सब जो आपके प्रॉब्लम्स होती है, इसका सोल्यूशन आई विल टेल यू एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन टुडे. ठीक है? सो आई नो दैट ये प्रॉब्लम्स होती है. सम ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ कोर्स आई सॉल्व इट ऑन डिफरेंट यूट्यूब सेशंस दैट वी हैव ऑन संडेज. सम प्रॉब्लम्स दैट कैन बी सॉल्व्ड ऑन द वेदांतु प्लेटफॉर्म. हाउ? आई विल टेल यू एट द एंड. ऑलवेज वर्क इन एग्जाम्स. Alright, now that मैंने बता दिया है कि आपका जो मेन प्रॉब्लम है मिड टर्म एग्जाम्स का, हाउ टू सॉल्व इट, आई विल टेल यू एट द एंड. Quickly let us bring a smile to your frowny faces by looking at who are the homework superstars of today's session. So we have Charvi, my regular student, Vaibhav, Akshara, Pratiksha, MP, Tari, Abhinav, Rishikesh and Rohit who answered the homework question of the last class correctly. और सबसे बड़ी क्यूट चीज बताऊं, मैंने आपसे होमवर्क क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि स्टीम टेक्नोलॉजी किसने, you know, who invented it, and a lot of you very cutely had written that ma'am we did not know, we had to Google. So guys, thank you इतना honesty दिखाने के लिए, right? I know that you Google most of my questions, but it's totally okay, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि जब आप ऐसे टाइप, I just want कि अगर आप Google करो भी ना, it's okay, Google कर लो. But when you are putting your answer on the YouTube comment section, do not copy and paste. Type it. क्योंकि अगर आप टाइप करोगे ना तो मुझे पता है कि आपको लर्न हो जाएगा. That's all I ask from you. Yes, Sai Ashrita. You already know what solution I'm going to give. Thank you. Alright. Now, before we start today's session, एक fun fact देखते हैं, and that is banana is actually an Arabic word for fingers. Now look at this banana tree and the stack of bananas there. Do you think they look like fingers? Well, आप खुद सोचो, और if you like the fun fact, do share it with your friends. Ma'am, in history, tough to memorize king's name. Is there a way to memorize king's name? Wow. Do I have a sister? Why? Should she also teach? Alright, tips to get full marks in SST. बताऊंगी भैया full marks कैसे लाने हैं, answers कैसे लिखने हैं, revision कैसे करना है. These are major problems that I know a lot of you face as students, and I will be telling you आखिरी मौका है, you know, how to get through your exams and how to make sure that your 8th standard, and if you're a 6th or 7th student doing 8th standard, how it all goes very smoothly. इट्स ओके अनुष्का. तो जल्दी से शुरू करने से पहले पीपल हु हैव कम लेट जल्दी से गिव मी अ थम्स अप, शो मी योर अटेंडेंस. जिन लोगों ने दे दिया है थैंक यू, थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर डूइंग दैट. एंड ऑफ कोर्स सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल इफ यू आर न्यू टू द चैनल. ठीक है, तो शुरू करें. कैन वी स्टार्ट? हाँ, ऑलराइट. आई एम डूइंग वेल चेतना. यस, वी हैव होमवर्क टुडे आल्सो. ऑलराइट, तो हम लोग चला, we had started with this chapter, weavers, iron smelters and factory owners in the last class, where we looked at who are the weavers. ब्रिटिशर्स आए तो हमारे कॉटन टेक्सटाइल, जो हैंडक्राफ्ट टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री है, वो कितना ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट हुआ इन अ नेगेटिव वे. Right, before the coming of the British, our cotton, our silk we were the major producers of good quality cotton in the world. When the Britishers came, all went down. Right? Today we are going to look at a very similar story of the iron and steel industry. कि हमारे आयरन स्मेल्टर्स जो थे, जो आयरन मेल्ट करके who would mine iron and melt iron and make iron, उन लोगों के साथ क्या हुआ when the Britishers came, and finally how did we see the emergence of iron and steel small industries in India, और उनके साथ क्या हुआ. Right? काफी इंटरेस्टिंग चैप्टर है गाइस. दिस चैप्टर इज समथिंग दैट इज बेसिक इकोनॉमिक्स, मतलब बेसिक मार्केट सिखाता है आपको. तो as I told you, in history, listen to me as if I'm telling you a story, and once you have understood the chronology of events, कि पहले ये होता है, फिर ये होता है, फिर ये होता है, अगर आपको वो समझ आ गया तो बाकी चीजें तो ऐसे बेबी लगेगा, लड्डू लगेगा बिल्कुल. how to write the answer, how to learn the dates, once you have understood what happens one after the other. है ना, ये पार्ट मैंने आपको बोला था उस वीडियो में, how to learn dates, right? चलो, let us quickly start. Now we are going to understand the story of iron and steel industry by looking at the story of Tipu Sultan. I hope all of you remember who Tipu Sultan was. Quickly tell me in the chat box right now, Tipu Sultan किस जगह के नवाब थे? What area was he a nawab of? Yes, I will speak in English, guys. I'm sorry. If I do speak in Hindi, I will always repeat it in English. For all my South Indian students, Northeast students, Western, jahan se bhi ho aap, all of those people who are not from like Delhi area. Yes, thank you, from Mysore. Tipu Sultan was the Nawab of Mysore, and he was defeated, as you remember, in four successive Anglo-Mysore wars. Now, after those 4 Anglo-Mysore wars, Tipu Sultan was defeated. He lost defending his capital called Seringapatam. Now, when he lost the war, he in his hand had the sword, from which he was using to fight. That sword was so special that the Britishers pried that sword from his hand when he died on the battlefield and took it back to their museum. Even today, when India is now an independent country, when we are no longer being ruled by the Britishers, this sword is amongst the valuable collections in the museums in England. आप कह सकते हैं कि भैया when we have gotten freedom, why is it that the Britishers have still kept our sword? They should return it, right? It is our property. But that topic we will study later on. We will think about it later on. But this sword of Tipu Sultan was taken by the Britishers to their museum. Why? What was so special about this sword? The swords that our Indian rulers used, especially in South India, was made out of this very good quality steel, high carbon steel called woods, right? Very good quality steel. It was produced all over South India. It was so powerful that even if the opponent, अगर आपके दुश्मन ने एक ऐसा armor पहना है, if your enemy is wearing an armor that is very, very thick, even then this sword was so sharp that it would tear open the opponent's armor. Right? Now you will say, ma'am, so cool, right? As if you look at our country, biggest producer of good quality silk and cotton, best quality steel that we produced, that was used to make our weapons. So if you think about it, our country before the arrival of British was this shining example of a progressive country, right? A country that is like on its way to become developed. But chalo, that is another story. So wood steel, when made into swords, produced a very sharp edge. And if you looked at the steel, if you looked at the sword, in a different angle, you could see flowing water pattern. So if you see a lot of movies where the king is presented with the sword, he will always look at the sword this way. And he would look at that flowing river pattern and know that the quality of the sword is very good. So this pattern came because carbon crystals and iron were mixed to produce the wood steel. How was it exactly produced? It was produced in something called smelting furnace in Mysore. Smelting furnace hota hai, in Hindi it's called bhatti. है ना, something that something where it's a clay pot where it is extremely hot. It is in that hot clay pot that iron was mixed with charcoal, and then you would get steel. Those steel would then be put in a shape of a sword, and you would get a steel sword. The amount of temperature that was required, the kind of clay pot that you would need to make this wood steel required a very special kind of knowledge. Unfortunately, when Britishers came to India, उन्होंने इस पूरे इंडस्ट्री की ऐसी रेड लगाई, they destroyed this industry to such an extent that we lost the knowledge of how to make this beautiful wood steel, right? Now, woods is an anglicized version. Woods, of course, Britishers have given this, term woods. In our local language of Kannada, it was called ukku. In Telugu, it was called hukku. In Tamil and Malayalam, it was called urukku, which means steel. Ukku, hukku or urukku. These are the words जो हम use करते हैं. Local language में it was used, but of course Britishers could not say ukku, urukku. They just can't say it. So they called it woods. Now this steel was so fascinating to the Europeans that Michael Faraday, जिसके बारे में I'm sure you must have read in science, who was the discoverer of electricity and electromagnetism. He spent 4 years in India trying to study the properties of Indian woods steel. It was so amazing. It was so beautiful. However, as I told you, because of the coming of the British and their policies, we eventually lost the knowledge of how to make wood steel. But kaisa knowledge tha? Like what kind of wood steel, why did we lose that knowledge? What kind of policies did the Britishers bring when they came to India? Now in Bihar and central India, every district had smelters. South India में अगर आप चलने लगोगे तो every other household had iron smelters who had the knowledge of how to make wood steel. The furnace that they would build would be behind their houses, made up of clay, sun-dried clay. Smelting जो पूरा process था, it was usually done by men, and the bellows was handled by women. This is a bellow. है ना, तो charcoal के ऊपर, it was on top of charcoal that the entire furnace would be heated. But charcoal, if you guys have ever seen any old movie where cooking is done on charcoal, or if your mother does it on charcoal, charcoal constantly requires air. Fire constantly requires oxygen to burn, right? So ये bellows ये काम करता था. It would constantly give air to the charcoal for the fire to keep burning. This bellows would be pumped by the women of the family, right? However, late 19th century, Britishers ने कुछ ऐसा किया that the entire industry starts declining. What did the Britishers do? First, they passed certain forest laws. Now remember forest laws, something you've done in that chapter, Tribals, Daikus and Vision of a Golden Age. Forest laws ऐसे laws थे that prevented people from entering reserved forests. Now, when people cannot enter the forest, how will they get iron? How will they get firewood that they require to burn? How will they get charcoal or coal that they require to burn the furnace? They will not be able to, right? So that was one reason. Second reason why this entire industry started declining is very high taxes that was imposed by the British on the furnaces that these, iron smelters used. तो ब्रिटिश ने बोला कि ठीक है तुम्हें फर्नेस यूज करना है, बट एवरी मंथ गिव अस 1000 rupees. Now these small iron smelters, पहले तो you stop them from entering the forest. Where will they get their charcoal? Where will they get their raw material? Right now, on top of it, you are saying that give us tax also. Right? So by the late 18th century, our iron smelters said that this work is getting difficult day by day. The third problem is that by the 19th century, iron and steel that was imported from Britain to India at a very, very low rate, it was sold in Indian markets. So our iron smelters were not able to compete with this quality and with this pricing जो Britishers लाए, जो Europeans लाए to our country, that they brought to our country. It created a lot of competition because to make wood steel, you had to do a lot of work. You needed special knowledge. जो steel और iron Britain से आ रहे थे, that was being made in the industry there. So that was very cheap, right? So because of these three reasons, our iron smelters, they've left their work. A lot of them went to the cities and said कि हमसे तो भैया नहीं हो पा रहा है. We are not able to make profit producing wood steel anymore. And a lot of these people left their knowledge and went to the city looking for, low-paying jobs to fill their stomachs. And this is how we lost the knowledge of how to make wood steel, right? Now, अब क्या हुआ जब ये सब हो रहा था, when our wood, steel and small iron smelters, that industry was declining, we also see the emergence of iron and steel industries in India, just like they were coming up in Britain. किसने शुरू किया? Who started it? Let's look at that story. Back in 1904, we had a businessman called Jamshedpur Tata. I'm sure all of you know Jamshedpur Tata, who started the Tata Industries. Jamshedpur Tata had his son called Darumji Tata. उन्होंने Darumji Tata को बुलाया and said that I want to set up an iron and steel industry in India. I have the money, but I want to know where will we get the best quality iron from. Go and find out. Now Darumji with his friend Charles Welt, who was an American geologist. Geologist is a person who studies rocks, right? Who studies minerals. So along with his friend Charles Welt went across India, went to Jharkhand, where he knew that they find good quality minerals and stones to find good quality iron, right? So one day when they were roaming around in hot summer, they found that there were certain people who were coming down the hill carrying very good quality iron. They went to those people and asked, Bhaiya, where did you get this iron from? These people were belonging to this community called the Agarias. The Agarias said that that hill that you can see, we get this iron from that hill. Now Darumji Tata got very excited. He said that we have found the place where we could find very good quality iron from, right? After traveling for months and months, finally they found the area which was the Ranjhara Hills, which has the finest iron ore in the world, right? इस तरीके से हमको इंडिया में they found in Chhattisgarh the best quality iron ore. But एक problem थी, they could not set up their iron and steel industry here. Why? They had good quality iron. The reason is that even though the hill had good quality iron, it did not have water, which is required to make iron. Any industry requires a lot of water, right? And this entire area was very, very dry. Because of which वो यहाँ पर अपना iron and steel industry नहीं set up कर पाए. They could not set up their iron and steel industry here. However, they found an area where they could get good quality iron from. Finally, they set up an iron and steel industry in Jamshedpur, right near the river Subarnarekha, where they set up this industry. And आस-पास का जो पूरा area है, that was set up as an industrial township, where all the workers who worked in the industry lived there. A school was set up, a hospital was set up, so an entire township was set up called the Jamshedpur Township on Jamshedpur Tata. See, Jamshedpur Tata, Jamshedpur. So I hope now you know what the story is. इसको हमने बोला TISCO, Tata Iron and Steel Company, began producing steel in 1912. So even today exists there, right? Now, before TISCO, India was importing a lot of steel that was being manufactured in Britain. TISCO initially had a lot of problems selling their iron and steel in India because the Britishers were not helping Tata Iron and Steel at all. However, First World War आया, which was very bad for the world but quite good for our industrialists. The First World War 1914 में आया, and even Britain wanted industry-produced steel. They went to TISCO and said that we will buy your iron and steel. TISCO in this way grew at a good rate. So TISCO, it got established at a good time, right? It produced shells and carriage wheels for the war, and it became the biggest steel industry within the British Empire, right? So till now, we have seen how the British came, and we see the fall of iron smelters in India. But we also see the emergence of iron and steel industry in India, especially the Tata iron and steel industry that became one of the biggest industries to provide steel to Britain. Right? Now, after that, we see the expansion of this industry in India. Less and less British imports come in India, and more Indian produced iron and steel started being sold in Indian markets. इससे एक और फायदा हुआ. People who owned these industries, who owned these iron and steel industries, वो काफी influential हो गए. They became influential, they became rich, and they started giving a lot of money to our freedom fighters and our political parties who were fighting the Britishers. They also influenced the Britishers and asked them for government protection for their industries. कि तो अपनी इंडस्ट्री को तो प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हो, यू आर प्रोटेक्टिंग योर इंडस्ट्री इन ब्रिटेन, बट प्लीज प्रोटेक्ट इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज ऑल्सो, राइट? So that is, yes, Jamshedpur is known as the steel city of India. Thank you, Rishikesh, for that amazing fact. All right. So I hope till now you've understood the chapter. Similar story of cotton, cotton textile industry or iron and steel industry, right? Okay. Now, yes, हम quickly Menti पे जाते हैं. Now, before we go on to Menti, मैंने क्लास शुरू की थी by asking you, are you preparing for your midterm exams? And 90% of you said, yes, ma'am, we are preparing for midterm exams. But कुछ problems है. For example, we need notes and we need revision of all the chapters that we have done till now. We need to know how to write an answer. है ना, ये मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स होती है ड्यूरिंग योर मिड टर्म एग्जाम्स, एंड सडनली यू हैव न्यू डाउट्स ऑल्सो दैट कम अप दैट नीड टू बी सॉल्व्ड. सो वेरी क्विकली गाइज, वेदांतु प्रो सब्सक्रिप्शन में फ्रॉम टुडे ऑनवर्ड्स मिड टर्म रिविजन हैज स्टार्टेड. For 2 entire weeks, we will be revising everything that we have done till now. We will be looking at important questions and how to answer them. We will make sure that you are prepared for your exams through different tests and assignments. ठीक है, तो अभी अच्छा, if your exams are going on, this is a good time to join in. Especially if you want to join in my batch, then 8G, 8H, 8I, ये सब बहुत सारे batches है for 8th standard, 7th standard and 6th standard that I am already taking. And from today onwards, I will be starting the entire midterm revision. तो आ जाना. ICSE महाराष्ट्र बोर्ड के लिए भी new batches are also starting and midterm revision has already started, right? If you are preparing for Olympiads, mathematics और JEE के लिए अभी से preparation करनी है, again new batches have already started, right? If you want to join our pro subscription where there are only 15 students, again midterm revision शुरू हो गया है, 15 बच्चे हैं, तो अच्छी तरह we will make sure that you are prepared. Now, why to join and exactly how the classes are taken? Let me quickly give you a glimpse of it. ठीक है, तो जैसे ये replay है of course session का mineral and power resources. So for example, okay, अपने आप को मैं चुप करा देती हूँ. So I am teaching. So first of all, the best thing is this is of course not revision. I'm doing the chapter. All these notes are available to you after class. तो उससे क्या होता है ना कि क्लास के बाद क्विकली और बिफोर द एग्जाम्स इफ यू वांट टू रिवाइज, दीज नोट्स प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल, राइट? अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आप डाउट्स पूछ सकते हो क्लास के टाइम एंड ऑल द डाउट्स दैट यू आर आस्किंग आर क्विकली सॉल्व्ड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 252 डाउट्स आस्क किए गए थे इस क्लास में, 252 डाउट्स वर आस्क्ड, राइट? सॉरी, वर सॉल्व्ड, राइट? Apart from that, जैसे आप देख रहे हो, we teach a little, then we do a few questions, then we teach a little, then we do a few questions to make sure that all your doubts are solved. Now guys, and सारा आपको अच्छी तरह समझ आ गया, the concepts are properly cleared. Now remember, revision classes में we are not only going to do a lot of quizzes and MCQs, we are also going to make sure that you know how to write an answer, जिसमें मुझे पता है कि काफी problem होती है, राइट? सारे आपके क्विजेस जो है वो भी काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होते हैं. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल आफ्टर एवरी क्विज यू ऑल्सो गेट रिवॉर्ड सो दैट इट इज प्रॉपरली अंडरस्टूड कि आप कहाँ पर रैंक करते हो. Alright, this is of course me teaching about petroleum and natural gas. Apart from that, आपके पास पूरा calendar आ जाता है. You get an entire calendar where, as you can see, midterm exam सारा revision है for 2 full weeks. So guys, this is a good time to join if you were worried कि मैम हम क्या ठीक से पढ़ पाएंगे या नहीं. राइट, तो कैसे ज्वाइन करना है? गो टू एनी ऑफ माई ओल्ड वीडियोज. दिस इज हाउ टू मेक एफिशिएंट नोट्स फॉर द एग्जाम. नहीं देखा है तो देख लो, इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू. इफ यू गो डाउन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, सो लेट अस गो टू CBSE Class 8. You can press on the link, right? It will take you to this beautiful Vedantu page, right? एक second. Now, if you go below, आपको मिल जाएगा Pro Lite, Pro Classic, Pro Premium. प्रो लाइट में, एज आई टोल्ड यू, इंटरैक्टिव लाइव क्लासेस होंगी जैसे मैंने आपको अभी दिखाया. यू ऑल्सो गेट प्रॉपर इंटरैक्टिव क्विजेस एंड नॉट जस्ट नॉर्मल क्विजेस बट मैच द फॉलोइंग, फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स, काफी न्यू टाइप ऑफ क्विजेस वी आर सून गोइंग टू ब्रिंग अप. वी ऑल्सो हैव टेस्ट एंड असाइनमेंट्स आफ्टर एवरी चैप्टर. Properly your doubts are also solved during class itself, right? Apart from that, micro courses भी होते हैं throughout the year. What is a micro course? For example, midterm exams are going on. You are totally clear. Midterm revision also Vedantu is doing, but you want a proper revision of the chapter iron smelters, weavers wala chapter. So what can you do? You can enroll in my micro course fully for free, which go on throughout the year. Right? In every class, there are not more than 50 students and you can join for, you can join our Pro Lite program and इसकी फीस आप देख सकते हो इतनी है if you use my coupon code SUGPRO. So for the year it is 30,000 but the fees gets reduced if you use my coupon code SUGPRO. And of course, I will also know that you like my teaching और आपको मेरे बैच में आना है इसलिए आप ये coupon code use कर रहे हो. If you have a doubt and you only want to revise, 2 weeks का revision होने वाला है. Try it for 1 month, revision कर लो और फिर चले जाना, देख लो कैसे लगता है. You can see how you like it, right? So you can try it for 1 month. Again, it is for 2100. But if you use my coupon code SUGPRO, that is Surabhi Gupta Pro, jaldi se put it in the chat box SUGPRO, then you can get that 1 month trial. Pro Classic for students who want their doubts solved even after class on the mobile app that we have. Again, try it for 1 month, see how you like it. Put in my coupon code SUGPRO. और अगर अच्छा लगा पूरे साल के लिए ले लेना. And then we have Pro Premium, right, which is for those students who only want 15 students in the class and also a personal mentor. Again, इसका फीस थोड़ा महंगा है क्योंकि बहुत कम बच्चे हैं एक क्लास में. So personal attention is being given to you. Try it for 1 month. If you like it, then you can take it for the entire year. Use my coupon code SUGPRO. Now guys, very very important announcement आपको मैं देना चाहती हूँ. I'm sure that students who are regular to my class already know about something called the Vedantu Improvement Promise. That is, Vedantu is promising you that if you come to our sessions, if you do all the tests and assignments that we give you, अगर आप अच्छी तरह हमसे पढ़ाई करते हो, then Vedantu is promising that you will see an improvement in your performance. But this Vedantu Improvement Promise आपको सिर्फ 30th September तक जो enroll कर रहे हैं सिर्फ उन्हीं को मिलेगा. Remember, you're getting English, you're getting maths, you're getting science, जिसमें फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, बायो एंड ऑफ कोर्स माय फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट SST, सारे सब्जेक्ट्स मिल रहे हैं आपको. वी आर प्रॉमिसिंग यू प्रॉपर रिविजन टिल योर मिड टर्म्स एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस, जिसमें अच्छी तरीके से आपको पढ़ाया जाएगा. टेस्ट एंड असाइनमेंट्स देंगे एंड वी आर प्रॉमिसिंग यू एन इम्प्रूवमेंट. जो नहीं हुआ तो वी विल रिटर्न द मनी बैक टू यू. हाउएवर, very important, it is only for students who enroll before 30th September. उसके बाद it is very difficult for us to promise you progress, right? तो उसके बाद आप join कर सकते हो, but if you want to come within that promise, I would say जल्दी से enroll कर लो. And guys, it's already September end. Midterm exams का revision है, उसके बाद बाकी का syllabus we are going to complete and then we will prepare you for your end terms, right? So it's a good time to join, especially because my batches are going to revise and we are going to start with totally fresh chapters. ठीक है, तो आ जाना मेरे बैच में. रिमेंबर टू यूज द कूपन कोड SUGPRO and the link is in the description box below. So do find out what it is and do be there. Now जल्दी से मेंटी में जाने से पहले ये मेरा वीकली स्केड्यूल है. Guys, remember, do subscribe to the channel to know when my video is coming out. बूमरैंग सेशन होने वाला है 16 सितंबर को. Then we will start with industries, another chapter. And Sunday को I'm going to do something super fun. So be there for that at 7 p.m. Now जल्दी से Menti पे चले जाते हैं. Go to www.menti.com. Put in 28672495. Who is in Kendriya Vidyalaya? Rinki, wow. I was in KV till 5th standard. When I was in Chennai, where I was born. मैम मेरी क्लास चल रही है स्कूल की, बट आपके लिए आई हूं. थैंक यू श्राव्या. हाँ, थैंक यू हुकुम फॉर सेइंग दैट. So that is how our session goes at Vedantu. We have a lot of fun. So I would say guys, एक महीने के लिए आके देख लो कैसा लगता है. How do you love our platform? क्योंकि platform बहुत ही unique है, right? You will love learning, and if you like it, then you can like join for the entire year. Hi Ayana. Right, DPS. I am also from DPS. Lakshman, he is doing well. चलो जल्दी से I will also go to Menti. The code is 28672495. Ma'am, I'm your student because मैं वेदांतु से हूँ pro. Thank you, Sakshi. I can see a lot of my long-term students, and thank you for saying that Vedantu is so awesome, because it is. पता है बहुत सारी चीजें होती है वेदांतु में which we don't tell here on YouTube. It is something only for our students. So I would say join, kind of experience that also, and 1 month के लिए join just to see if you like it. Right? Thank you तन्मय. चलो सब लोग आ गए. Can we start? The code is 28672495. Yes, SUG Pro, just like our bro. Wow. Thank you, Anushka, for like rhyming it. Alright, जल्दी से शुरू करते हैं. Question number 1 is in front of you. Tisco came up in which city? The city of Bhilai, Jamshedpur, Surat और Mumbai. बहुत ही आसान क्वेश्चन से, very easy question. We have started our Menti today. Ma'am, school they only have reached ruling the countryside. See, at YouTube though we are going at a super fast speed, but Vedantu mein also we have done till agriculture, I think, in 8th standard. But again, everything will be properly revised, guys. So अच्छा time है join करने के लिए. Time is up, and yes, the answer is Jamshedpur. Jamshedji Tata के ऊपर है Jamshedpur. So easy to learn. Let us look at the leaderboard of the day. We have Sampurna on top. Then we have Tharani, who loves me. Thank you, Tharani. Then we have Croc. बच्चा नाम बदल दो, नाम लिख लो अपना. Then we have Brinda, Charvi, Anila, who wants to crack UPSC. Anila, I have 2 brothers who have cracked UPSC recently. Maybe we should do an interview series with them. Anyways, then we have Ritesh, Pokemon. Ritesh, Pokemon, are you guys the same? Let me know. Thank you for calling me the best. Then we have Yash and Ishan on top of the leaderboard. Alright. Question 2 of question 5 is, wood steel was manufactured in which area? Java, Mysore, Pune or Malabar? किसको हराया था? Who was defeated in the Anglo-War? And we started with this story. Come on, quickly. Alright, a lot of you are correct. What is a slag heap? So guys, slag heap वो वाला एरिया होता है जहाँ पर बहुत mines are found और ores are found, right? Alright, we have Mysore, that is correct. Good job. That's great, Charvi. Alright. We have Sampurna now, who is the fastest but second. Anila, who wants to crack UPSC. Very good. You should do very well in SST then. Then we have Sampurna, Ritesh, Pokemon, Vaibhav, आपका AC और पंखा. Thank you, Vaibhav. Mahi, Maithili, Ishan and Archana on top of the leaderboard. चलो भाई, अनीला टॉप पे पहुंच गई है. Do you think she will stay there or any one of you will be defeating her? Question 3 of question 5 is in front men who carried basket loads of iron on their heads. वो वाले कौन से लोग थे? Woods, Agaria, Bandana or Quassis. When Darumji Tata and Charles Welt, they were moving around in the summer of April trying to find good quality iron. They came across these men and women who were carrying basket loads of iron. Right? वो जो community of people थे, what were they called? Good. Very good. Yes, the answer is they were called Agaria. Guys, not what was the iron called. Those people or group of community were called the Agaria tribe or the Agaria group. Alright. Chalo, let us see who is on top. We have Shanmukh on top. Today, the leaderboard is going like... We have Shanmukh on top, then we have Anila, Ritesh, Pokemon, Sampurna, Archana, Ishan and Mayank. Riya, who is the fastest, good job. Tanisha, who is my fan, thank you, bachcha, काफी हवा आ रही है. And then we have Charvi on top of the leaderboard. Menti, or you want Tanmay? Right. Question 4 of question 5 is Tipu Sultan fought 7 wars with the British. True or false? कितने war fight किए? Anglo-Mysore war जो हुए थे, how many were they? Thank you, Jha, SK Jha. Yes, Hookup, thank you for reminding me. Hi, Ritunjay. Thank you. Ritunjay is my very old student who is also my email pal. Alright. Only fought 4 wars. Are you sure? 4. Not 10. Not 20. Yes, the answer is Anglo-Mysore wars were 4 wars, guys. याद कर लो अगर याद नहीं है तो. Let us look at the leaderboard of the day. कल 9 PM session क्यों cancel हुआ? I don't know, Shravya. There was some technical issue. So don't worry, it will be rescheduled. We have Shanmukh on top. फिर हमारा Pokemon हो गया, who thinks I'm the best and who is the fastest. Then we have Sampurna, Ritesh, Ishan, Archana, Riya, Anila, Charvi and Tanisha on top of the leaderboard. Alright, final question of the day. I hope all of you are ready. Jaldi say, put your fingers on top of the options. With me and Sundar sir. Okay, I will ask Sundar sir. Which place in India has the finest ores in the world? Raniganj, Jharia, Rajara Hills or none of these? हाय नहीं बोलोगे, बोल दिया साक्षी हाय. Thank you, Alugu. Misclick. Guys, misclick क्यों होता है ना? Because you want to be on top of the leaderboard. But I've told you so many times, it's not important. ठीक है, it is important to get it right. If you get it right, तो ना अगर आपका 52nd position भी है ना leaderboard पे, तब भी you are happy because you've gotten all right. Right? The answer is Rajhara Hills, which is in Chhattisgarh. Let us quickly look at the final leaderboard of the day. Misclick ही सही हो गया, great. We have Pokemon and who thinks that I'm the best. Surabhi Ma'am, thank you, Pokemon, who is on top of the leaderboard. Chalo, we have all caught Pokemon today. So guys, this was today's session. जाने से पहले let us look at the homework of the day. Homework is very interesting. You have to identify this personality who was a discoverer of electricity and electromagnetism, who spent 4 years studying the properties of Indian woods steel. इन चारों में से कौन आपका सही ऑप्शन है, which is the right answer? Do let me know in the comment section below, and of course also let me know how do you like the session today and what else would you want from me. Right? ये भी लिख लेना comment section में. This is your master teacher Surabhi Gupta. If you want to follow me more at a more personal level, you can also follow me on my Instagram page surabhi.vedantu. Do give me a thumbs up to show me your attendance and energy for today's session. Subscribe कर लेना अगर नए हो तो, and of course share this video with your friends. Bye bye. Have a great day. Bye bye.